Hello there. Over the weekend I did an interview with a Canadian radio station that I love to go on, and I will post the link for you so you can see it if you want to. It's about 15 minutes. And it was talking about the differential impact of COVID on certain races, black and minority ethnic people for the most part. When you look at the ONS stats, Office of National Statistics stats in the UK, we're looking at about 4.2 times greater chance of mortality for a black man and about 4.3 times for a black woman. And I went through some of these details, and I even talked to them about some of the other factors, comorbidities, and other factors like whether you're urban or rural, social deprivation, household composition, all these kind of things that also have an impact on this. And I reminded the interviewer that even when you adjust for all of these factors, black people are still twice as likely to die of COVID as white people. At which point they said to me, well, doesn't that point to the fact that it's a genetic issue? And it's really fascinating because to me, when you look at the data, especially look at things like maternal mortality, where black women in America have anything between a 2 and 6%, 2 and 6 times, greater chance of dying in birth. And in this country, I think it's 5 times more likely to die in birth. And we know some of those factors are racism and bias, and the perception of black women as being stronger and therefore needing less care and medication. And this man said, doesn't it point to these genetic differences? And I think it's really important, and we should probably remind each other, race is a social construct. I know that I look different than a white person. I am different than a white person. But I'm not a different species. And when there are differences in things like mortality, and you adjust for some of the things that we know differentially impact black communities, there's still a difference in mortality. And that's, like race, is a social construct. It's to do with bias. And imagine this for those people thinking about their workplace. If bias can impact the chance of a woman dying in childbirth, if bias can impact the chances of a black person dying of COVID differentially, what else is it impacting in environments that you control and that perhaps you can make a social difference?